In a world with way too many podcasts comes Japtalion and this guy, the podcast to end all podcasts. With some pieced together recording equipment, a couple loosely informed topics, and a coin, these three friends set out to forever change the next hour of your life.
Japtalion and this guy is solely for entertainment purposes. Just Ferric and Morgan are not professional researchers, investigators, or gynecologists. Not suitable for children.
Hey everybody, welcome to Japtalion and this guy. I am Eric, Easy E, Sleazy E. I may not have the keys to the kingdom, but I can make your wife scream some.
I'm Morgan.
Hey.
Joseph, the prophet.
Of West Columbia.
Oh, okay. You're limiting me.
Oh. You limited yourself, my friend.
The prophet of West Columbia.
That's a self-title.
You don't know that?
Decreed by Nostradamus. Right. So,
Cool.
Hey everybody. We're back. We're trying to kick the dust off the tires right now. One of you guys want to remind everybody or tell the new people what it is that we do here? Joseph.
All right. We get together. We're three friends. We talk about what's been going on with our past week. Catch up on all that. We've all researched a topic, and then through a random choice, which is typically a coin, it will be decided which one of us does the topic. We'll do the topic. The other two will then comment politely or impolitely on said topic.
Yes.
Impolitely.
Impolitely. Go on tangents, make jokes, insult mothers. Sometimes I like to insult people that listen to our show. I don't know why, but I do it.
I've been feeling making comments about people's sisters lately, as opposed to mothers. Been targeting people's sisters.
Nice.
Really? I don't have a sister, so boom.
Well, that's why it's good.
Oh,
I can like attack your sister, and you know,
she's not there.
yeah,
Yeah.
My sister's here.
yeah. Your sister's here, and you have a mother also.
Do I though? I really don't.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
I don't. I've mourned.
Well, I don't want to say anything about
that
Morgan's
loss.
mother because, oh my God, she makes such good cookies.
I've never met her, but I still get kind of weird when I do your mom jokes now. I don't know why. I used to not give a
My
fuck.
mom?
Yeah, I don't know her. And anyways, wow.
You did a your mom joke on my kids that time. That shit was funny. I don't remember what they said, but it was during the episode they were in.
Nice.
I do them to my son.
Your mom jokes?
Yeah. It's probably not
That's funny.
appropriate. She's going to be really mad if she hears that.
They're jokes.
She does mom jokes too.
Yeah. If jokes aren't like ill-intentioned, I don't know, man. I wish people would just take jokes for what they are.
Yeah, I do ones that don't make any sense.
Right.
Like Cash will be like, I'm hungry. I'll be like, your mom's hungry.
Yeah,
And he'll be
right.
like, I'm still hungry.
Right. Annie and I do that to each other. I'll be like, man, I'm really tired. No, you're tired.
Yeah.
It's just
Pointlessly trying to argue about nothing.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a funny joke. You fuck dolphins. That one may be true. Morgan,
Yo.
anything happened to you this week?
Oh, are we doing that?
Were you living in a void?
Oh, I was not. I have things that happened this week.
Love and avoid.
I don't have to go outside of this past week. I have things that happened in this
Nice. We're obeying rules.
Good for you.
week. Brandy's daughter said, they were moving into a house. They're not moving into it now. They were moving into a house.
Why
and
aren't they moving in?
There was a really strong cat odor that cannot be gotten rid of easily, and I think the people that actually own the house are not willing to rip up the floors and replace joists and subflooring.
What a bunch of dicks.
That's what you have to do.
Bottom plates on walls, and
You got to cut wood out and remove it.
All you got to do is take it out and just put a new one in.
should be
No
easy
big
enough.
deal.
Watch a YouTube video.
Yeah, fucking Lowe's will walk you through it.
But they were moving in, and Brandy was like, apologetic about all the changes and everything. And she was just like, it's an adventure. It's fine. It's an adventure. And I was like, shit, that's some shit Joseph says. That's totally when you're about to do something that's way out of the norm and out of the comfort zone. Joseph's like, oh, cool, an adventure.
Yeah.
And it's really not usually.
Yeah.
Probably the most positive thing I say.
Yeah, probably.
I took that approach right before they cut into my toe. I was like, all right, let's do this. It's an adventure. When I had that toe thing, and then the knife got in me, and I'm like, okay, I'm going to pass out.
Oh, man. Let's see. You guys remember we were talking about that time. I mentioned it last week. We were talking about the time that Brandy and I were having sex, and she broke my dick, or, almost broke my dick, whatever.
Yeah, injured it. Yeah.
Yeah.
It kind of bent.
It popped, for sure.
Ooh. Wow, yeah, you never want to hear a pop from the guy. You want to hear the pussy pop, but I don't know anybody's ever said, "Boy, let me hear that dick pop."
Nah, I've never heard that. I definitely don't want it to happen again. Oh my God,
dude, Lanny, your friend Lanny at dinner, was telling me he could make a popping noise down there of some sort with his junk, his testicles.
What'd it sound like? Did you hear it?
Pop? No, he didn't make it for me.
You didn't get him to do it for you?
No, I didn't have.
It was in the middle of dinner, man.
At Brandy's dinner for her divorce. No, I didn't ask the gay married dude to whip his dick out at the table and make a popping noise. Sorry, I missed that opportunity. It's an adventure.
I was just going to say that they said that the woman on top is one of the most dangerous sex positions. It's 93% chance of breaking your dick.
Chance? 93% chance?
That's pretty high.
93% of the times people have done it, it's in that position?
Yeah, that's because I've done it a bunch of times.
Okay, Brandy did the research on this. I'm sorry. So Brandy was the one that came back and told me the statistics on it. And she said, it's about a 93% chance that with the woman on top.
Oh, that when it happens, it's because of that position.
Yes.
Okay.
Because it could happen in other positions.
It could happen in other positions.
Because I've come out
in
from
that
behind
position
and hit the butt cheek.
That's the statistic. In that position, 93% of the time.
When it happens, it's a
93% chance.
It's going to break.
It's going to break. And it's going to, when...
Oh, God.
Then there's, when guys actually break it, there's a permanent something there.
Yeah, it's like you damage the cartilage or something, from my understanding. It's like a cauliflower ear, I think. Like when you damage the cartilage, it's in that shape. Oh, God. That's because last time you brought this up, I talked about when I was a teenager, I was watching that show on MTV that had Dr. Drew and Adam and Carolla.
Yeah.
What was it called? Like that sex show or some shit like
the
that.
Man Show?
No,
it was pre-Man Show. Or maybe around the, anyways, a caller called in and
it
was like,
sex talk with Dr. Drew.
Yeah. It was like, hey, this thing's bent now. And he's like, yeah, unfortunately, it's probably going to stay that way.
Yeah. Don't hit it with a hammer next time.
Isn't that crazy that you remember that specific phone call from there?
Yeah. Dude, it's seared in my brain. Like, I didn't know you could break your dick like that.
I got a joke from my helper at work.
Ooh, I like jokes.
Was it about dicks breaking?
No, it's about lazy eye. He's got a lazy eye,
Oh, okay, yeah.
Everybody's met him, so we all know he's got a lazy eye.
Yeah,
he's also aware of it, which helps.
He is aware of it. He brings it up. He talks about it, and I asked him if it was cool if I told this little story that he told me. He said, I don't know, it's not extremely funny, but he just said that people make fun of his stuttering and his lazy eye. And he said he went to speech therapy and did a lot with his stuttering. He's had multiple surgeries on his eye to try to keep it from wandering or whatever. But it's functioning. His eye that's wandering is a functioning eye. So he's like, when people make fun of him about it and they're like, hey, you got a lazy eye, or you got a wandering eye. He's like, I mean, come on, man. It used to bother me, but can you be original? can you try to be original? Because I got a wandering eye, so I can watch the road and look at your girl at the same time. And I was like, damn. He's like, yeah, they don't like that too much.
Yeah, he probably has killer peripheral vision on one side.
Yeah, it's like a pigeon. They can
No
see
mirror.
like, I think all around their body. Yeah.
Yeah, when I try to show him something sometimes, he doesn't turn his head. And it fucks with me, but, he can see it, so fuck it, Anyways, that was my list. That was the stuff I had going on.
Joseph?
I was listening to a podcast. I'm not going to mention who they are because they don't need any help.
Wow.
But they were talking about the algorithms that occur like with Facebook and stuff. You remember we had mentioned, I think it was Morgan had mentioned the urethra stimulator that came across his Facebook. And he's like, why is this coming across my wish or whatever?
Yeah.
These guys were talking, they said that apparently what happens is not only does it monitor what I'm doing on my phone, but my phone monitors the activity of phones in proximity to my phone. So if I'm in proximity with someone who's into like urethral stimulating, that will then show up on my phone as a, hey, are you into this? Because maybe you were like hanging out with your friends talking about it. Maybe you're into it. I thought that was interesting because some of the weird shit that comes across my phone, I'm like,
who'd you get that from? That information?
Stuff they don't want you to know.
Damn.
I just plugged it. I said I wouldn't. Now I did. They don't need any help.
Oh,
they have like every follower.
Did they mention, is there like something in my settings or something I can change to make that not happen?
Yeah.
That's kind of freaky.
It is freaky.
Yeah.
So like if something
Fucking
weird shows
bullshit.
up on your phone, it's probably some weirdo you're hanging out with.
Yeah, suppose I'm hanging out with the So, I mean, maybe that's why I was getting... Remember I told you guys I got the white privilege card thing?
Yeah.
Maybe that's why.
Could be some of your clients.
Yeah, because I don't want that shit.
Well, one of y'all snorting cocaine because the Wish thing always shows this. It always shows this package of white powder that
With a
obviously
straw.
is meant to, like, hey, we have cocaine.
Yeah.
With a straw and a credit card.
Yeah, I've been hanging out. I've been hanging out with somebody who's like into like diapers and cross dressing, which is fine.
Oh, because you're getting those ads.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah, like
Wow.
sexy adult diapers.
Wow.
Not like just adult diapers. They're like adult diapers with and the model is like a young, attractive woman, but she's wearing these big diapers with little prints on them and stuff. It's like,
Yeah.
what the fuck?
I didn't know until like a year ago they make like fashionable adult diapers.
Oh, yeah.
Morgan?
Sorry. I mean, yes,
Something you
they
want to
do.
tell us? You're like, oh, yeah.
Well, I get into some kinks on my porn searches and stuff.
And that's fine, brother.
Yeah. No. I get once you find a kink, like a taboo kind of kink,
Yeah.
then they're all in
Yes.
there. There's fucking horse fucking, there's
Yeah, they
women
just start
wearing
piling
diapers.
it in there. Well, maybe he's
Yeah.
into this.
Yeah, right.
I've
right.
talked to Annie about this before. Like, I feel like you should have to ask for certain things
Yeah, because they'll
that
just put it in
shouldn't
your
just
face.
pop up. Because just because I'm into this doesn't mean that I want like women skydiving who lactate on men while they're eating peanut butter sandwiches or whatever. Like they'll just
sounds
show
Well,
me.
yeah,
Really weird.
some
have
of
this
it's
video.
shocking too.
I have a
Yeah,
I was like, oh my
someone's
God.
what the fuck is
I
going
have
on?
a video of a naked woman skydiving and her pussy's like flapping. It's fucking. I think it looks cool as hell.
I need another
You could just
energy
do that
drink.
with a leaf blower. Just bring a
Damn,
leaf
you
blower.
can
in
do
the
it with a
bedroom.
leaf blower. Yeah.
Those slow-mo videos, like the stop action where the mouths are open with the leaf, the
Yeah.
like blow in their face. Wow. All right. Japtalion13 gmail.com.
And I my other thing is I went down to
Let us know what you think.
I went down to Savannah yesterday. That was pretty cool.
Oh,
went
yeah.
To,
Walked
was
around
it
some-
Bonaventure Cemetery?
Yeah.
It was a nice day trip.
Was that the cemetery I was talking about when I went?
Maybe. It's a big cemetery near a body of water, but everything in Savannah is near a body of water.
Yeah.
And near a cemetery. There's
And
lot of
near a cemetery.
cemeteries. Yeah. They have those great like willow trees with the Spanish moss.
Yeah, there was like Spanish moss on everything.
Yeah.
It was cool.
Did you guys do a ghost tour Or you just went to the cemetery?
No. This girl's cool.
What?
She's cool. Like we went. It was her idea. She paid for the gas. She even drove, and then she did like a tarot reading, played a flute, like a wooden flute, not
the meat
not
flute.
skin flute. It was really cool, man. It was a great adventure, and
Nice.
she convinced my teenager to get out of the house too, which was nice.
Yeah, I saw that Cash was in the back seat. I was like, shit, I didn't know he was going. He's like, he's got this Muppet smile where he doesn't look over enthused, but it's like,
Yeah, he was being a good sport.
did he have fun?
Yeah, he did. He went and walked around the cemetery on his own, and then
Hell yeah.
then he was done. He was like pretty much like, okay, I'm ready to go back home now.
Sounds about right.
That sounds like Cash.
yeah.
I had a great time.
Hell yeah, man.
Nice.
You look like it.
Yeah, your
Yeah,
Facebook photos, you were smiling a whole lot.
You look really happy.
I haven't seen that much teeth since you were like trying to kill me.
We like seeing Joseph happy.
Yeah, it's
kill
nice.
That's all I got.
Nice. Eric?
Word.
Eric,
I've been all this week. I've been like putting together a new living room. I bought this huge, comfortable couch that got like great reviews, and it was on an amazing sale. The word was coming out wrong. I paid less money than I could have paid for it. So I've been like doing a lot of physical stuff this week. Been trying to get more. One of the aspects that I haven't been as aware of with like long-term depression effects is the deconditioning, is what they called like the physical effects of laying in bed for whatever reason for a long amount of time or just not
okay.
moving as much.
Uh-huh.
yeah, like when you're in a hospital or something.
Yeah, and there's been a major, and I'm trying to be more positive about it. That's why I'm bringing it up now for other people that deal with it, because it's different, like I'm not in the shape that I was before. Like Morgan was moving some stuff, and I showed up to be the comic relief and kind of move some things around. And within like an hour, I started getting like dizzy and shit because I'm just not used to being out in that heat. I'm not used to moving around like that. But I'm in that like recovery period. Like I'm not down about it. I've been up and moving every day for like a month now.
Yeah, we appreciated you coming by yesterday. It was great, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what friends
And you were
do,
helpful.
right?
Yeah.
So we this week's been like a busy week for me, which is cool because I've been on top of things. I also got to make a bunch of not a bunch, but a few cool videos for the show. I love creating shit for this show. It's so fun. I don't sound like it's fun right now because I'm tired, but
I love it. It's fun.
do your German voice now. It's great. But yeah, watch The Conjuring.
The new one?
The new one. It's pretty good. There's definite jump scares. Dude, it kind of irritates me. There's such a variance in the volume.
It's like a cheap
yeah.
trick to get a scare.
Yes, it's so bad that I literally thought they were whispering in the beginning, or at the very beginning of the movie. It's kind of thing where a camera moves through a house, so I thought the volume would increase on the talking. It doesn't. So I like jack it way up, and then within like 5 minutes, it's like go boom and like blows my speakers out to get a cheap jump
fuck.
scare. But it's a pretty good movie.
Okay.
And Ed and Lorraine Warren are really interesting people in real life.
The real
too.
people,
like
yeah.
the real people. It's the movie sensationalized in a bunch of ways, but there's like some real shit there
Yeah.
that is interesting. At the end of the movie, they play some of the like real audio of what went on.
Isn't
and
that
one of
shit?
the exorcisms is fucking. It's nuts,
I haven't seen
man.
this movie, but I
Yeah.
saw the original Conjuring. It's fucking
Yeah.
trying to get Brandy to watch the whole thing with me. All of them. Because it's like the Conjuring movies, the Annabelle movies, the Nun movies.
Nun, yeah.
They're all like together.
It's like a Marvel universe.
Kind of.
Yeah, they've created a universe.
Damn,
I was looking
yeah.
at some different stories, and I saw one I didn't read that I'm planning on reading called, like the title was Possible Future Movies for Ed and Lorraine.
Oh,
like
shit, really?
Different exorcisms that they were a part of that they haven't made movies of yet. So
That's crazy.
it's cool, right?
Hell yeah.
Fuck yeah. All right.
The Exorcism of Tony Danza.
What?
I don't know. God just gave me
I
that
want
message.
to come up with a rating system for movies, like Siskel and Ebert's 2 thumbs up. Like that
2 tacos.
gets half a chub. That's Eric's rating. I got half a chub.
I think that's already a rating system for pornography.
Well, I want to do it just for movies.
Okay.
Half a chub.
2 tacos, 1 dolphin, and a star.
Yeah.
That's a partially stimulated prostate.
Yeah.
1 starfish. Yeah.
Oh, man. That was good. Did you just slap your knee? It sounded like a clap.
Son of a fuck. All right. Hold on.
Eric.
I did. That was a knee slapper.
Oh my God.
Oh, Jesus.
All right. So this week the coin toss is between JoJo and Momo.
Who's going to call it?
Are
Tails.
we ready for are we ready for a coin toss?
I'm ready. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
And Joseph called tails already, so.
Okay. Well, let's flip this bitch.
Coin flip. It's fucking tails. Damn. I was like, I'm sure I'm going to win this week. I told Brandy
you're
before I
on
came up here, I was like, I really have a feeling I'm going to get the coin toss. I really have a feeling, So I was like wrapping up my research and shit. And I was like, but I'm not the prophet of West Columbia, so I don't know if I'm right. Son of a bitch.
Man,
The prophet has spoken.
I want to go back through our episodes and see how accurate you've been, because it feels like you win a lot of the tosses.
Winning. That was my imitation of that dude.
I was going to say Tom Cruise, not Tom Cruise. Fucking Charlie
Winning.
Sheen.
Winning.
Hashtag winning. Is that him not all hyped up on whatever the fuck he was on? Hashtag winning.
That's how I imitate people. I just use my normal voice and just say what they said.
That was my Christopher Walken. Hey, knock it off, guys.
Yeah.
I'm walking over here.
I know Joseph and I know a guy. I don't know if Eric knows him too, but he will say shit like that. Sticking with the winners. Stick with the fucking winners. Because I'm winning today.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, shut the fuck up,
Get
dude.
the fuck out of here. Fucking winning.
All right.
So what you want to, before we take a break, you want to
yeah.
titillate us with your topic title?
Yeah.
Titillating topic title.
Yes, it's anthropodermic bibliopegy.
It's got the word peg in it. I picked that out.
Dermic.
Anthropodermic bibliopegy.
Dermic has to do with skin, right?
Yes.
Yes. And
Anthro-
that's like the studying of dead or something like that, right?
Does it have something to do with genealogy?
Stick around and find out.
What a dick. All right, we're going to take a break, talk about your mothers. Yosef's Prophecy and Psychic Services. If you have questions about relationships, either in work or in love, call Yosef's Prophecies and Psychic Services. That's 1-800-555-5555.
My name is Joseph, the prophet of West Columbia. MC Mind Control, the Light Bearer, or some just call me Daddy. But whatever name you choose to use, just make sure you call me, because I want to help you. I want to reveal the secrets of the stars and what the universe has in store for you.
Yosef is not a psychic or prophet. He is just a lonely, bitter old man who becomes judgmental at times. But call him anyway. He could use some cheering up. That's 1-800-555-5555.
Marvel at my amazing psychic abilities. Yes, caller. Please state your name.
Well, this is Maxwell T. Rebuchet. Some people call me Old Rebel for short.
Yes, of course. I knew that. Your wife has recently changed her hair color, hasn't she?
Oh, wow, that's amazing. She did recently dye it blue as the ocean is, well, as the ocean is blue, I guess.
She's cheating on you. She thinks you're boring and stupid.
What? Oh, God, no. Oh, sweet Bessie Rebuchet. Oh, no, why?
Hello, caller. I already know who you are, but for the audience's sake, who am I talking to?
Duh, it's Callie from the Valley.
Your husband has been working late hours, hasn't he?
Totally, he has. How did you know that? He's always so tired, and when he gets home, he can't even get it up. Poor thing.
He's cheating on you with his secretary.
Lame. He drives a forklift in a warehouse. Duh.
Everything he's told you has been a lie. He's actually a high-paid surgeon. You gave him children in the best years of your life. Now he's throwing you away for that skinny secretary Janice at the office. He thinks you're too fat and too old.
Janice, ew, gag me with a spoon. As if. I'm totally hot. We've known each other since grade school, and we've only been married a year. I'm a 23-year-old Zumba instructor, and you're just a fucking asshole.
Listen to the testimonials of the hearts I have touched.
He told me I have herpes. He told me I was a shapeshifter and incapable of love. He said I was stupid, and that's why Daddy left.
Man, that son bitch still owes me $20.
I even counsel to the elite.
Hi, I'm Elon Musk. If I sound different, it's because my microchip needs to be tweaked. I was feeling lost. Then Joseph told me there are people living a simple life on Mars, free from technology and capitalism. When he told me that, I knew, right then, it was my calling to go to Mars and liberate them with capitalism. Gain everything you want in life. In love, just call Yusuf's Prophecy and Psychic Services. That's 1-800-555-5555. Welcome back to the show.
Back to the show.
Took a break. We did nothing. We stared at each other mindlessly like zombies waiting for aliveness to come by to consume.
Didn't happen.
Didn't. All right. Joseph's got a topic. None of us know what the fuck it means. Give us the title one more time.
Did you say, can I try at it? Can I take a stab at the title?
Stab it.
Yeah.
Captain Stabbing.
Anthropodermic bibliopegy.
Yes.
Ha! I wrote it down.
Okay. Anthropodermic bibliopegy is the practice of... I'm sorry. Everybody hold on.
Everyone must cite their sources.
This comes from Wikipedia.
Cite your sources.
Donde está la biblioteca?
Yeah, this entirely comes from Wikipedia, this one.
Okay.
Okay. I didn't go researching more on it because it's really kind of a very, in case you can't tell by the name, it's a pretty niche topic.
Yeah. Niche. Who's gonna go in there and make up shit like this?
Yeah. Yeah. I don't think QAnon's got a hold of this one yet. So anthropodermic.
What are you trying to get an argument out of me?
Anthropodermic bibliopegy is the practice of binding books in human skin. As of May 2019, the Anthropodermic Book Project has examined 31 out of 50 books in public institutions supposed to have anthropodermic bindings, of which 18 have been confirmed as human and 13 have been demonstrated to be animal leather instead.
These books, they're older books. Like, you're probably going to go into this, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
they're mostly older books.
And apparently, if they're doing a study to see which ones, there were how many total?
30 out of 50?
31 out of 50, yeah.
No, so there were 50 books they were looking at,
Yeah,
and 31 of them actually had human skin.
18.
18 of them had human
Yeah,
skin.
18 of the 31 that they've looked at as of 2019.
Oh, okay. 18 out of 31 that they've actually taken a look at. Mm-hmm. So are these books being marketed as
Well, they're not
anthropodermic bibliopegy?
sort of. They're not really for sale, but it is. It is bragged about. Kind of like
Right. Yeah, that's
people
what I
aren't
mean.
like buying the. Well, I guess people might buy them in auction or something,
Yeah.
but they're going to cost a shit ton of money,
Right. And so they're finding out some of them are fake.
or just reported to be human skin, and it's like some other type of leather.
Yeah.
Like lamb or pig or something.
So fake anthropology Bible pegging. I'm just gonna mess it up the whole time. I'm not even gonna try.
That's how Joseph scrolls.
So he pleasures women. He taps out Morse code on their clitoris. Tap 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 tap. Is this doing it for you?
They told me to do the alphabet.
The woman starts reading the Morse code out loud.
Short, long. Yeah.
Oh God.
Robot sex. When you guys make fun of me, my back hurts.
Okay, there's a practice called the practice of binding books in the skin of its author is called anthropodermic bibliopegy.
Oh my God, what did they just take like a strip of flesh off the back?
Come on, Stephen King. Where
They
you at
do.
with Misery?
No, right? He's got a son too.
They
that
do actually
writes
take it off the
stuff,
back.
yeah.
Oh, does he?
Yeah, I think they did a Netflix thing together in the tall grass. I think that was
shit.
him and his son. Have you heard of that show Nosferatu?
I've heard
No.
of the movie Nosferatu.
No, there's a show based on a book. I think that was by Stephen King's son. I'll look it up. Anyways.
Yeah.
Isn't that
Jen-
like a serial comedy from England?
What's that?
Nosferatu?
Yeah.
This Nosferatu was spelled like with the letter 4 and stuff. It's an American
okay.
thing. They made a 2-season series out of it. I thought it was pretty good. Has to do with kind of a vampiric villain that like steals children and takes them to Christmas land and makes vampires out of them. It's one of the most Joseph shows I've ever seen. If you haven't checked it out, I would encourage you to. It's very Joseph-esque, in my opinion.
Nos4.
Ought
Rat
to.
2. Ought
Yeah.
to. You ought to check it out.
It's that's how you spell it.
Oh, Nos4A2.
Yeah.
Okay.
Huh.
You
Yeah.
held your phone up. I thought you were gonna I don't know.
Take a picture?
I
Steal your soul?
hit me in the face with it or something. I don't know.
This is a total tangent, but it's by Joe Hill, which is Stephen King's son. I think he changed the name, but can you tell he's Stephen King's son?
Oh God. It's just like him.
Yeah, it's like a miniature Stephen King. It's insane.
It's like if Stephen King needed to eat a sandwich.
Yeah. Have you guys another tangent, ever seen In the Tall Grass?
No, I haven't.
It's good. Yeah, it's by Joe Hill and Stephen King, father-son thing.
No shit.
Oh, that's cute.
It's on Netflix. Check it out.
I hope me and my sons get to do things together when they
guess.
grow up.
Guess he's going for that Dad of the Year award, huh?
Hey, maybe y'all can do
Whatever.
ant-harming bioweapon pegging.
Oh. Ant harming?
Yeah, I don't know. It's hard making stuff up. Don't judge me.
Don't judge me.
Joseph?
There's a little more on here. It's
Okay.
it says during the French Revolution, there were rumors that a tannery for human skin had been established in Moudon, outside of Paris. The Carnavalet Museum, I guess that's how you say it, owns a volume containing the French Constitution of 1793, the Declaration of Rights of Man and of the Citizen, described as passing for being made of human skin imitating calf. So that sounds like it's human skin
Instead of
pretending to be
leather.
calf.
Ooh.
Now, does this binding of human flesh for books have like a particular category of book? Like, is it tied to religious stuff like Satanism or something? Because that's the first place my mind goes, right? It's some evil reason.
Yeah, like fucking what is it? Ash versus
Oh, the
Evil Dead.
Necronomicon.
Yeah, the
Right.
Necronomicon. Yes.
Bound in human flesh.
Yeah.
Inked in human blood.
Yeah, that's where that's pretty good.
You want to see the tattoo?
That's where my mind goes. Is it stuff like that, or is it just people don't
No.
have cows around, so they're like, "Come here, Johnny, we're gonna bind a book today."
Books are really important. Yeah.
Yeah, back in the day, man, you could spend like a large chunk of your worth on a book, like in the 1400s.
Yeah, the written word was a bigger deal. It was harder to get a hold of. But no, there was no, I didn't find anything about books on Satanism, but there were interesting book choices for some of these things. Let's see, we have, there's just a picture of a book. It just looks like a regular leather bound book. It doesn't look unusual at all. See? It just looks like a brown leather book. Bound in 1863.
Wow, that was pretty recent. I was thinking like way back.
Like 1600s or 1700s.
Yeah, just
something.
1863 seems more like. I mean, you're near the that's like Industrial Revolution.
Where
and
was
stuff.
this?
This book is currently in Brown
Not
University.
currently.
Where
was it bound?
Where was it bound? Do we know that?
Looks like it says Versailles Fabrica.
Oh, that
Oh,
place.
that
Yeah.
there. Okay,
Oh, okay.
yeah.
All right.
Me and
Yeah.
Annie spent a summer there.
Yeah. Probably somewhere in Europe.
Sorry,
Yeah.
Annie and I. Sorry, Jeff Landers.
Love that you like say his whole name.
Yeah.
Okay, surviving examples of human skin bindings have often been commissioned, performed, or collected by medical doctors who have access to cadavers, sometimes those of executed criminals, such as the case of John Horwood in 1821
Horwood.
and William Corder in 1828.
Man, I got some Horwood. So they would take cadavers and just bind a book with their flesh?
Yeah, well, like some of them, it'll be like a book on like anthropology, or not. I mean, not anthropology, autonomy. Not autonomy.
Anatomy.
Anatomy.
Astrology? We want to throw a few more in there.
Alcoholism.
The disease of addition.
You know, and there's an example here. This dude Lawrence Thomas called the most famous of all anthropodermic bindings is exhibited at the Boston Athenaeum, titled, I don't even know if I'm saying that word right. What do you say? How do you spell that word or say that word? It looks like something from Skyrim, doesn't it? Athenaeum?
Why do you guys always bring up Skyrim?
Athenium. Yeah, I don't know how to say that. It's almost like anathem, but
Yeah.
or anathem, but it's not that word.
What the fuck is that word?
Oh, it looks like an old Gaelic word or something.
It does.
Anyway. Well, no, I want the pronunciation now.
Yeah, we're gonna wait. You're gonna wait with us, listeners.
What do you guys want to hear it?
You goddamn
Yeah.
right.
Athenium looks like. No, not me. You say it. I don't want to say it.
Athenaeum.
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 Of course. The Boston Athenaeum.
Duh.
The most famous of all anthropodermic bindings is exhibited at the Boston Athenaeum, titled The Highwayman, Narrative of the Life of James Allen alias George Walton.
I'm not done with this. What's an Athenaeum? Because it said the Boston Athenaeum, like it's a
It's probably a library.
yeah. Why didn't they just fucking say library?
Yeah.
Now I'm angry.
All right, Athenaeum. It's a noun used in names of libraries or institutions for literary or scientific study.
Fucking college people and their goddamn egos.
It's a library.
College boy.
It's in the Athenaeum. Oh, I'm going to the Athenaeum to study literature and scientific things.
Honey, quit being a douche. Call a library.
All right, so this Highwayman from this book, Highwayman, Narrative Life of James Allen alias George Walton. James Allen, on his deathbed, he was like a highwayman, so he went around murdering and robbing people.
Yeah. Trains, horses.
Yeah,
Shit like
stuff like
that.
that. Yeah, because it was 1800s. You
Yeah.
know, so it's probably pretty exciting. In prison, he requested that this book be bound in his own skin because it's, you know,
Wow.
a
So-
book about him.
So it's the auto thing.
Yeah, it's like his skin binding like 2 copies of this book.
Oh, but wait, he's not the author.
No, I don't think so.
So is it the same thing, the auto anthropodermic bibliopegy?
I don't think it would be, no.
No, it wouldn't.
Just like autobiography and biography. So
Yeah.
it would just be anthropodermic bibliopegy. It's kind of fun to say.
Yeah, anthropodermic bibliopegy. Say it, Eric. Psilocybin.
So James Allen wanted 1 copy presented to a man that he once tried to rob and admired for his bravery. I guess the guy was like, "Fuck you, you ain't robbing me," or something.
Pegging.
And the other one went to his own doctor, I guess. So they just
Wow.
the dude got probably hanged, and definitely hanged, because these other guys that were killed and their bodies were used, they didn't flay them, they hanged them. So they didn't want to beat the flesh off of them because they wanted the flesh in good condition.
Yeah.
So they cut the shit off his back and then tanned it just like a piece of leather and put it on a book.
Moles and everything.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it's like, you don't really think about it, but we got skin just like any other mammal.
See, this is
know?
the shit. Remember one of our past episodes, we were talking about men in like 3100 AD are going to be like, oh, they still have their testicles. They're so
Yeah.
manly. I can't imagine this type of like thinking process. We're like, well, we need to hang them to make sure we preserve that flesh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, that's just so far removed from me. I don't even see the animals that I eat. I don't even want to see that. You keep that shit out in like Oklahoma, far away from me. I just want to eat the fucking beef. I don't want to have, see the thing I'm
Yeah.
eating.
You don't want to pet it
Yeah,
while it's
no.
breathing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or if I do, I want to pet it and then you go murder it somewhere else. I'm not the villain here.
Oh, man. I'm just going to eat it.
Yeah. Pegging.
Yeah, on that note, up here it said this thing about criminals who they use their skin for them. It says William Burke, after his execution and subsequent public dissection by Professor Alexander Monroe. So
Public dissection?
they dissected him, and it was like, I guess, just open to anybody who wanted to come watch.
Wow. Take the kids down to the park for the day. He's just doing his work.
Yeah, I remember a story about one of my grandfathers.
Of a human?
Yeah.
And people were just like, oh, shit, we about to get a book.
This is a far cry from where is like corpse desecration? Like, there's law. I guess there weren't laws back then wherever this was about this stuff. It's just funny because like before the Enlightenment, you didn't do shit like this with bodies because of the church. And if you did, you had to have permission or they were, the religion like ruled the world back then. And then the Enlightenment happened and colleges started being built and started being the center of knowledge rather than churches.
Right.
So scientists started doing shit like this. But nowadays, we don't see this shit happen. It's weird to me that this kind of shift back.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? Like, it
this-
wasn't
that
okay
kind of
to
stuff
fuck with
goes on in
corpses.
medical schools.
Right, but we
not-
don't witness it. We're not seeing people get hanged. We're not seeing bodies get dissected in public.
Yeah, there's no flyers like around 5 points for like a public dissection that's going to be happening at midnight.
Right. It's more taboo like it used to be. Like, you don't fuck with corpses. Not the average person. That's for Fauci and all the people that are creating viruses.
That guy on the wall behind Joseph, he fucks with corpses.
Oh, yeah. Carl Tanzler.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Old Carl Tanzler.
Fucking Sigmund Freud lookalike. Fucking that Latina girl.
I think Carl might consider it lovemaking, not fucking. I think he might be a little hurt by you saying that.
Man, I don't care.
He died. Pegging.
Sorry.
Back to pegging. Okay, an exhibition of fine bindings at the Growler Club in 1903 included a section of... These are like total book nerds.
Dude, how do you... This is like the second time you randomly have Growler in your topic. And I know...
Oh, yeah.
I don't know.
I don't even know who this Growler guy is.
Immediately wanted to do a fucking Foo Fighters song.
Oh, go ahead.
Nah, that's cool.
Do it.
The Growler Club.
I got another confession to make.
I'm your fool.
You
don't know that?
We can't keep going? No, I don't know the Foo Fighters, man.
Come on.
I saw them. I saw them live.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Then you know him.
Do I really know them? I was there for Social Distortion, man. I think we already talked about this.
I'll never be your monkey wrench.
I'll never be your monkey wrench. Dun, 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 dun,
Yeah, I mean, I guess I've heard that song. Is that all they got?
Nah.
Big
Because they
Me.
played like a whole concert.
Where he's got the video where he's got the big hand. Remember
Oh
that?
yeah, remember the one on the
Slapping
airplane
the lady. Yeah, the
pilot or something? What's the name of it?
was that the one with the Mentos? Like he was doing the Mentos
Yeah.
commercial through the whole video. I like when we have these discussions about culture and you're just like pop
Lost.
culture and you're just staring at us like,
You're like, can we
What
get
world
back
do
to
I
the
live in?
18th century?
I don't even know what timeline I'm on right now.
Fucking Loki over here.
Yeah.
I think my black powder got wet, and I'm having a rough day, man.
Hot topic.
So, in a section at this Growler Club, where I guess they sit around and talk about books, they had bindings in Curious Materials, 3 editions of Holbein's Dance of Death, which is a
Whole beans?
yeah. I mean, that's how I would pronounce it. Yeah, Holbein.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant like
Hol-
the word whole and then beans. I'm like, what?
Nah,
But
man.
it's like a person's name.
It's like some German
Okay.
name or something. Dance of Death, a 19th century skin binding on it.
Dance of Death. Do you know what the contents were about?
Dance of Death is I believe, an illustrated book of, images to help remind people that death is something that binds us all together. That is like, doesn't matter if you're like the lowest fucking person on the social rung or the highest person on the social rung, like a fucking king. We all are bound together by death.
Right.
It was like one of those kind of books.
Was that in your research or you just know that?
No, I looked it up because it had a picture that matched a meme that you put on Facebook that I saw this morning.
Oh, about the skeletons
The skeletons, yeah.
at the graveyard?
It's from that book.
When
At the graveyard.
Yeah, when the G falls off the graveyard
Oh, wow.
sign.
That's,
The skeletons all dancing. Apparently, that's just what the book is,
Shit.
no, that's, I've heard that, like, I think it's a Masonic thing. People of intellect for ages have sat and meditated upon death as a type of mechanism for human growth and enlightenment. To contemplate one's own death kind of opens you up to new possibilities of creativity. I don't know why or how, but
Yeah, there's a Buddhist guy that I've listened to, and he talks about that, meditating on the idea of what it would be like to just not be here anymore. Like
Right.
death, essentially.
Small part to that tangent.
Yes.
Meditating on what it would be like to not be here anymore. Have you guys done that?
Yes.
Like to really think about, I like to think that I made an impact and that people are going to fucking be sad and all that shit. But the truth is the next week, if I have customers, they're going to find another electrician to do their jobs. If I have contractors, they got to find another electrician, I mean, everybody's going to keep moving and
Right.
you are replaced almost immediately and rarely thought about again, except by loved ones,
yeah.
right. But it's also a Buddhist kind of thing. And this is not not necessarily a religious thing. It's kind of true. You will live on through your kids or your children, and not just your children, people you've affected, but
Yeah.
especially your children, not just genetically, but like a meditation that I used to do was when you write something, you imagine all of the people that had to create people that created people that created people that created people. Your whole lineage is writing what you're writing.
Ooh, the begots.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Like,
the begots.
When you move your hand, it's not just you moving your hand, it's everyone attached to you through your timeline back and
Oh shit.
through whenever is moving
Damn.
your hand. As Morgan, I don't know what's going on over there, buddy.
I don't even know,
Making
man.
some
I'm
artwork. just keeping it creative. Morgan's doodling.
Eric's
got
talking about the
stencils
begots.
I'm talking about the begots.
Don't confuse them with the
Stencils.
stegots.
I'm confused. Okay. Back on detour over.
It's the guts. Oh, where was I?
Skin pegging.
Dancing in the graveyard, dancing dead, something.
I just keep saying pegging.
Graveyard.
Yeah.
Pegging.
Okay. Okay. Then there's another section here. It's a bookbinder, Edward Hertzberg, describes the monastery hill bindery having been approached by an army surgeon with a copy of this Holbein's Dance of Death with a request to bind it in human skin, which he had with him, I guess, apparently. He just brought the skin and the book, and he's like, hey, you're a bookbinder. Put these two things together for me.
That's not weird. Anybody? Where did the skin come from?
I checked information on that. It was probably early 1900s when he did that.
Did they say where he brought the skin from? He just
No. I mean, he just probably had some access to some skin. I assume the person was dead when he took it,
Hopefully.
you know?
I don't know.
I kind of like this idea, though.
Wait a minute. Was he a Democrat?
I like this.
I'm sorry.
What I like about this idea is it kind of relates to that Japanese art form of removing human skin and tanning it to preserve the tattoos.
Just preserve tattoos. Yeah, I want that shit done. I don't know if anybody I know will do that for me.
But you put a lot of money into that shit, man. And
I
it's
put a lot
beautiful.
of time. Yeah, and the artist did too, and I think it should be appreciated, you know?
Yeah, I'd be cool with my kids, like, having my tattoos and
maybe I'll ask
tanned
my kids.
leather framed on the wall. Maybe they could sell them if they want.
You think my kids are too young to ask that? Hey, kids, when I die, will you guys please find somebody to cut these tattoos off of my body and tan them and then frame them or
I think
something?
maybe they're a little young for that. Your kids they're so innocent.
Are they?
Yeah, they are.
Brian just threw a fucking controller at the TV and broke it, like a $300 TV, because he got pissed off.
He's ready.
Oh,
Not one of my TVs, but at his mom's house.
Wow.
oh
Yeah.
man.
F that.
I told him too, because he's like, Daddy, tell her I'm doing chores and I want to be off grounded and I want to play Fortnite. And I'm like, dude, let me tell you something. If that had been one of my TVs, I would have kicked your ass.
Yeah.
Like, you would never play another game for the rest of your life.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember Cash doing that when he was young, like getting angry with the gaming, and I would just shut the shit off because I was like, dude, look, if you can't, you need to learn to. It's okay that you get angry, but you need to learn to manage that in a more constructive way than throwing shit and like freaking out, you know. So I'm shutting this off, and you chill the fuck out, and then I'll turn it back on. You know,
Yeah, know your limits. Like learn how to deal with that.
you got to
Yeah.
learn. If you don't learn, the system will teach you.
Yeah.
It'll be worse.
Yeah, you'll be one of these people who's on fucking TikTok who's like 70 acting like a 4-year-old because they got to wear a mask, you know?
Yeah.
You got to do, you got to. Am I doing it
Yep.
again, Morgan? Is that what
No,
you're shaking? your head
no,
at?
I'm not. I'm shaking my head at what you're talking about because that's
Yeah.
what they do.
Yeah, you've got to learn to manage that shit. Well, you
Yeah.
don't have to.
No, you don't have to.
Good parenting, guys.
Oh.
Oh, well.
Oh,
you know.
damn. Sorry,
Shucks.
society. I kind of dropped the ball this past couple times.
Sorry, Joseph. Didn't mean to interrupt you.
I'm just apologizing to society for the monsters I'm about to
Blanket.
turn loose on them.
All right. Pegging.
No, Cash, I love you. You're a good kid. All right.
Anthropodermic, bibliopegy.
I'm reserving my opinion. I want to give him a couple more years. Hey, if he goes out and kills somebody, I'm not having that on my reputation.
Okay. So we got a couple of examples here. We have that book on death, Bound in Human Skin. That makes a lot of sense because it's about death. We have the book of anatomy, Bound in Human Skin. That makes a lot of sense too.
The one guy's biography,
The biography of the dude
Yeah.
who was a killer, all the
Yeah.
multiple dudes who were killers. Yeah.
that makes sense in a way.
Yeah.
Not to me, but yeah.
Okay. There's one. This one has less supporting evidence. Is that books of erotica have also been bound in human skin, which also makes sense because, like, you're reading about erotica, your hands are on human skin. You know, I thought that was kind of cool. So here's a little bit about that. A female admirer of the French astronomer Camille Flammarion supposedly bequeathed her skin to bind one of his books. At Flammarion's observatory, there is a copy of his La Pluralité des Mondes Habites, on which
Italian?
is stamped. No, but for some reason I'm going Italian. with
Why
the
did you?
pronunciation.
Was it the accent or the hand gestures?
Yeah. He's doing the Mamma Mia.
Trying to get it out.
I'm fixing the pipe.
I make the pizzas.
The step of the turtle. I don't know why Mario stepped on turtles. It's weird. Duck turtles, some of them flew. I don't know. Anyways.
It was a little weird. The Newberry Library in Chicago owns an Arabic manuscript written in 1848 with a handwritten note that is bound in human skin, though it is opinion of the conservation staff that the binding material is not human skin, but rather highly burnished goat. There's, a little bit of trouble discerning this stuff because it's like 200 years ago, someone bound it, and then like at some point, someone said it was human skin, either when it was bound or after it was bound. So who the fuck knows, right?
Yeah, I don't imagine that leaves much of a paper trail.
Nice. The National Library of Australia holds a 19th century poetry book with the inscription "Bound in Human Skin" on the first page.
Blimey.
Put some shrimps on the Barbie.
That's my Australian guy.
Yeah, that was my Australian accent.
Was
that good?
put some shrimps on the Barbie.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't good. But it was actually better than your German.
Yeah. Thanks. I've been working on it for a while.
God.
Okay, that binding was performed before 1890 and was identified as human skin by pathologists in 1992. This is how they identify this shit. Okay, the identification
What's going on, Morgan? Why are you Morgan?
It's about to yawn.
No. I was about to yawn, but there's not because of the topic, just Joseph. But Joseph was like saying it, and I could tell he was reading, and then got to the stopping point, and then he took a couple seconds, and then he went
doing
the scroll.
Yeah. Wow.
I think it's a touch screen. I could probably just do this. I could.
Touch screen.
Oh, dude, you better hope your next laptop's a touch screen because I went from touch screen to non, and I would
Like
just,
this isn't a touch screen, yeah.
Yeah, this is the one I started doing it with, and now the one I have at home, I'm forever like doop doop doop. Oh yeah, that's right.
The one here is a touch screen?
No, it's not.
No,
but
it's
I've
not
been
a touch
conditioned to touch screens.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like the touch screen.
It's gonna ruin you. Sorry.
I'm already broken.
Okay.
The identification of human skin bindings has been attempted by examining the pattern of hair follicles to distinguish human skin from that of other animals typically used for book bindings, such as calf, sheep, goat, and pig.
So they're no longer able to do a genetic test and pull DNA that'll tell them that it's human.
It says something about this. It says testing a DNA sample is possible in principle, but DNA can be destroyed when the skin is tanned. It degrades over time, and it can be contaminated by the human readers.
Yeah, okay.
Which
Wow.
makes me think, so it doesn't, I don't know much about DNA testing, but so it doesn't take but like just a tiny bit of material to get a DNA test? Like just my hand touching something can be a DNA test?
And now it's time for Science Guy. The process throughout the years has been refined where yes, they can take something and I guess extrapolate let's say a code and then repeat that code to a big enough portion to see whether or not it's human.
Oh, yeah.
I
They're
don't know
just
if I
trying to
explained
determine
that
human, but
right.
not specific humans.
Right. But like because, back when they first started with DNA, it would take like a lot larger sample. And then forensics, because it's such a good...
That's right. It took like a whole body at one time.
Yeah. But even when they started doing DNA analysis, you had to have a big enough. I mean, you had to have a lot bigger quantity.
You're like holding your hands out like your
Yeah,
dick.
I don't know. I'm just holding like a
Now
bowl of
now it's
a
someone else's
non-specific
testicles.
mass
Okay.
of. Okay, all right. Science. Can I just say science? That's what science does. It improves the technique to
Science.
Now something could have sneezed 1,000,000 years ago, and we'll know whether or not it had red hair. This has been a minute with Science Guy, reminding you to educate yourself, you fool.
Okay.
I just made that up.
So instead of using DNA, they use something called a peptide mass fingerprinting
Here you go. See?
and matrix assisted laser desperation ionization.
Matrix.
You're throwing a lot of words at me,
I
dude.
know. I know. It's confusing as fuck. This is where it gets all Eric-y right here. A tiny sample is extracted from the book's covering and the collagen analyzed by mass spectrometry to identify the variety of proteins which are characteristic of different species. PMF, which was peptide mass fingerprinting, can identify skin as belonging to a primate since monkeys were almost never used as a source of skin for book bindings. It implies that it's human.
Why weren't monkeys used?
I'm going to guess there weren't a lot of monkeys in Europe. I'm assuming Europe, because Europe was pretty big on printing books and therefore binding books. And I don't know that South America and the continent of Africa were really big on book printing and book binding.
But they had humans.
But they did have humans, and they did have other types of primates available. But that I don't know that there was not a lot of primates other than humans in Europe, right?
I don't know.
I have no idea.
Yeah.
I'll look into it, but I won't.
And that's about it.
Oh shit!
That's what you get.
Once again, I'm amazed. I would not have thought. I just when you first said it was human skin, I just went to like, your
Foreskin.
typical.
Some kind of weird occult thing.
Yeah,
That's
'cause
what I was hoping
Hollywood
for when I found the
movies
word.
kind of like condition us to think, is it some like Satanist that's
Yeah, I totally immediately thought the Necronomicon.
Turns out that it's not that interesting. I mean, it's like a book on anatomy, which is interesting. They're fun to look at, but
Well, that's very indicative of you, Joseph. After further analysis, it's just not that interesting. Oh, I know that was mean, but I had to say it.
that shit was
You're a good friend.
Oh Jesus! Oh man!
Wow, I kind of want a book made of me now.
That'd be cool,
Do y'all
wouldn't it?
care what happens to your physical thing that contains whatever the fuck you are?
My skin sack.
Your skin sack. Do y'all care? Do y'all want something specific done with it? I know Morgan's mentioned the artwork being saved because that's like a life story that you've created in a
kind
way, or at least an aspect of it.
Kind of.
It'll
And
give
plus,
something to remember you by.
if they cut off all my tattoos, maybe I can get into heaven.
That's right. Maybe. Yeah, some people's belief system works like that.
Yeah.
I heard a thing. I don't know. I've never like fact checked it, but there's like Tibetans. There's this thing where they just like take you to a mountaintop. From what I understand, they like break your limbs and kind of tie you up to a stick so they can carry you up to a mountaintop somewhere and leave you for nature to just reclaim you. To me, that seems cool because that's what nature is. Death promotes growth. But also the tree thing where they like bury you in the roots of a tree and you become like incorporated in this tree.
Oh wow.
That's a good one. I like that
A
one.
forest of bodies done like that seems like a really great premise for a horror movie. They created
Oh
this
shit! Yeah.
forest because that's the idea is green space. Instead of taking up all this land with cemeteries, you create a forest of bodies for regrowth.
I think the maybe issue that might come with the one you mentioned about the Tibetans just taking you up and leaving you in nature, or I believe, Native American tradition of just building like a little platform and they put you up there and let nature take you back.
Right.
Is that there's a lot of people living around here.
Yeah.
You know, like you can't do that in a city. I guess you could.
Take me out to Swansea. Just drop
I mean, you go down to the slaughterhouse, it fucking stinks down there.
drop me on Andrew's property. Fuck that guy. Love you, Andrew. Throw my corpse out of the car as you drive by.
He'd be happy to have you.
Eric's got a message for you. Just chuck me out. Homeschool this. All right.
Sorry, I just caught that.
So you don't have like any preferences?
No, I kind of just think I don't think it's important after you're gone. I mean, I know in certain religious beliefs they do, and that's cool, but I don't. I just think it's a body that needs to be used to replenish. I mean, that's what happens. Our whole earth is made of things that have like died.
Right.
I find preserving it in a box really wasteful, and I would think as a society we would have moved beyond that just for practicality purposes. There's like 7 billion of us running around.
I was listening to the treatment for ketamine for treatment for depression, whatever.
Yeah.
I was just listening to that episode yesterday, and and I brought up in that episode, actually, I guess we were talking about burying people for some reason, but I brought up how in Irmo they have the natural burial where you get buried in a 2x4 box and
Without the formaldehyde and everything.
yeah, and it's like a $900 fucking funeral, and they just throw you in the ground and put dirt on this wooden crate, but it's not like treated wood or anything. Everything gets disintegrated. Bugs can easily get inside of it and stuff, and you just go.
That I kind of get, because when society wasn't even now, societies want to keep dead and decaying things away from like the water table and stuff. By the time the wood's eaten away and the body becomes one with the land, all that's over with. You don't have to worry about that shit getting into the water table. But yeah, you don't want to just be throwing dead bodies into the ground.
Right.
You got to have...
jamming up the canal with dead bodies.
Right. But letting the elements take it away, or dumping me in an ocean, or it's not me anymore, just burning it or whatever.
Yeah.
Buy a flamethrower from Musk and just burn my ass.
I think burning is probably a really great idea.
Napalm. Just napalm me.
We'll make a paper mache Eric to sit in the chair. Draw the face on it and shit. Draw the hair.
Well, this has been a fun episode. I think we are about at an end. Does anybody else have anything to add?
Necronomicon.
Pegging?
Necronomicon.
Pegging. All right. Well, have a good evening.
Have a good morning.
Have a good orgasm.
Yes.
And anthropodermic bibliopegy. Autoanthropodermic bibliopegy.
Pegging.
Anthropodermic bibliopegy.
Anthropodermic bibliopegy.
Ant harming bioweapon pegging.
Auto thing.
Pegging.
Pegging.
Fake anthropology Bible pegging.